Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Passion Water Tarot. This is going to be a generalized weekly read for sign of Capricorn for the second week of November 2019. Not when it comes to generalized readings, it will not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm an intuitive reader. So let's dance into the passion waters of your life, okay? Let's ask Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors into this reading with love and light to provide the highest level of clarity to those receiving messages and to open chakras to allow those messages to be received with ease. Okay, Capricorn. Time is fluid, so you could have already started experiencing some of the messages coming forth or will experience them in the future. Let's ask Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors for an Archangel Oracle card to focus on for the second week of November 2019. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, please provide Capricorn with an Archangel Oracle card to focus on for the second week of November 2019. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Oh, chakra clearing. They gave you two, actually. First one is chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes and overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel, the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Okay? Let's ask Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors to provide you with an oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish to focus on for the second week of November 2019 for Capricorn. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors, please provide an oracle of the Shapeshifters for Capricorn to focus on for the second week of November 2019. Thank you for all messages forthcoming. What say ye? Oh, mermaid in a koi pond. Number 41. Mermaid in a koi pond. You've got rediscover your individuality and become the dragon. Nice. Okay, so Capricorn, male and female energies are shared by all of us. So if I'm saying he, you know it's a she. Please exchange that as it resonates. If I'm saying that one energy is Capricorn and another energy is another person, and you know by description that that is reversed, please exchange that as it resonates. Energies can easily become reversed during a generalized reading. Okay? Alright, so from the bottom of the standard Rider-Waite, the overall energy of the reading is the King of Swords. You're sitting there, Capricorn. You're coming off as an energy of the sword of air, even though you're earth, and you're coming off as an energy that is listening to both sides of a situation and cutting out what doesn't serve your kingdom. You're being very loyal, grounded, stable, using your head over your heart. and looking to see what is in the best interest of your kingdom. Okay? Your clarifying deck for this week is English Magic Tarot. If you've been brought to this reading, Capricorn, at a time other than the second week of November 2019, please understand that Spirit has a way of doing that, bringing you to readings when it's your time to hear the message, okay? But there are no clocks or calendars in the 5D. The King of Swords is clarified by the Two of Cups in reverse. A disconnect between soulmates. You're recognizing that disconnect is either in the best interest of your kingdom or not in the best interest of your kingdom. Let's find out. So your first card is the Six of Swords. You're wanting to go over to calmer shores. You're ready to get out of the choppy waters. Whatever has caused the turbulence, you're ready to put that behind you. And the Nine of Swords. Wow, you're really coming off very strong in your head. You are trapped in your head, Capricorn. There's a lot of overthinking here. Because now you've got anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, maybe some nightmares, wringing of your hands, tearfulness in association with what all has occurred. And the Hangman. You're just kind of hanging around to see what's going to happen next. You're wanting to come out of the choppy waters, but you're not wanting to let go of the situation, but you don't know whether to hang on to it either. The Six of Swords is clarified by the Chariot in reverse. There's no movement. Once again, you don't know whether to go backwards or go forward. There's just no movement. You're just hanging around. The Nine of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Swords. Double confirmation of the worry, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the wringing of the hands, the trapped in your mind. All of these swords, Cappy. Oh my goodness. Your groundedness, your stability is all being challenged by the stinking thinking, the overthinking. The Hangman is clarified by the Five of Coins. You feel out in the cold. You feel like you have been deserted. You've been abandoned. In your near future, Capricorn, you have the Five of Swords. Somebody threw down their swords and walked away from you, leaving you in this predicament. The Five of Cups. You're crying over spilled milk. There's so much regret with what occurred. You don't know how to turn around and find out what's salvageable about you at this point. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. You want to release the betrayal. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands. A go-getter energy. She doesn't let too much stand between her and what she's after. What her goal is. But you feel like she's being engineered by something else. Doesn't she look like a puppet there? And that's what you're thinking, Capricorn, is that person, that second energy, is being manipulated by another person, a mastermind, so to speak. The Five of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups. Not taking the offer, looking past the offer, not seeing the offer. And the Ten of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse. Also wanting to release a burden. Wanting to let down your guards, forgive me. Wanting to let down your guards and open your emotions back up. Wanting to feel good emotions again. Okay? Wow, Capricorn, you really need to get out of your head. Seriously, you need to get out of your head. I would not doubt that you have Aquarius cusp. As many swords as have showed up here. So, you want to go over to the calmer shores, but there's no movement. Things are stagnant. They've dropped their swords, they've walked away, and you feel like that person, the Queen of Wands, is being manipulated by another force, another person, another energy. It's left you with nightmares, sleepless nights, worrying, anxiety, regret, not knowing how to pick up what's left of your life so you can move forward. But you want to let your guard down because you're so stressed. You're so embattled with yourself. You want to let your guard down so that you can have some good energy in you again. Once again, that worry, that anxiety, those sleepless nights, double confirmation, and the regret, not knowing how to figure out what's tangible about you still, has you missing an offer. Somebody is trying to offer you a cup of love. A third energy is here, and they're trying to offer you that cup of love, but you're missing it. Because this other person threw down the sword and walked away, and you feel like they're being manipulated by a mastermind of some sort. Somebody else who's in control of them. So you're just hanging around, feeling very lost and alone and out in the cold. And you're wanting to release this betrayal and open your heart again and let your defenses down. But you're still having all of this regret. You don't know how to let your defenses down and figure out what is salvageable about Capricorn and see the offer of emotion that somebody's coming towards you with. You're letting it pass you by. Your most likely outcome in this, Capricorn, is the Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deceit, deception. The Three of Wands, moving forward because you don't see anything happening with this anymore. So you're going to move forward alone. And the Page of Wands, you're receiving, or you're going to give, a message of passion. A message of creative passion. And the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Devil. An energy of something that had you bound or had them bound to a toxic energy such as gambling, codependency, drug addiction, alcoholism, overspending, whatever it was they were or you were not doing in moderation. Lying, cheating, stealing, and deceit. You're recognizing it now. And the Three of Wands reverse is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You know that you feel that going forward alone without this individual in the first part of the reading, that is not the Wheel of Fortune going in your favor. Because of how much you're in your head with this thinking. And the Page of Wands is clarified by the Lovers. You're actually going to send a message to this person. You're thinking very intensely on it. One last chance, right? To see what their response is going to be. So, this is why you're over here trying to figure out whether to cut it out or not. Because you already know that the 2 cups of emotion were turned upside down and dumped all over the floor. So, Capricorn, I don't think it's in your best interest to find out how this person feels about you. But I'm going to ask it anyways. For you. Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels and ancestors, please tell Capricorn how this Queen of Wands feels about them. The Fool, they want to take a leap of faith with you. The Four of Swords, but they're resting and thinking about everything that occurred. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they feel scattered. Their emotions are scattered. They love you. They want to be with you. But this lying, cheating, stealing, and deceit, that toxic energy is very vivid to them as well. What you see is somebody who is being manipulated by others is somebody who weighed the odds. You see the paper? They weighed the odds of what all occurred, and then they made their move. And it looks like they kind of escaped. They had to run away to get away from what was happening. Now the Fool is clarified by the Seven of Coins. They're trying to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. They're trying to see what their next move should be, where they're going to go from here, what they're going to focus on. They're looking at the past so much, they're having a hard time seeing the here and now. The Four of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Coins in reverse. Once again, that's the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, scattered. During their rest period, things have been very scattered for them emotionally. One moment they miss you, and one moment they're regretful of what occurred and trying to figure out how to fix it. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is clarified by the Ace of Wands. They want a new beginning of passion with you. As I told you, they are in love with you. That last-ditch effort that you want to send out that message. Let's ask Holy Spirit, Spirit Guide, angels, and ancestors for advice. Okay? The Four of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Swords in the upright. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Wow. So, the Four of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Page of Swords. This was not your foundation for longevity, prosperity, happiness. And you already know everything you need to know about that situation. You've been watching. See how you're turned around looking backwards? You've been watching. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Hangman. You're still trying to figure out what to cut out. Double confirmation, Hangman. The Ace of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Ten of Cups. No new beginning in passion for what was your happy home, your happy house. Your happy house, your happy spouse. Many of you are going to send out that message of passion towards this Queen of Wands. And many of you, the Queen of Wands is going to accept because they want a new beginning and passion with you. Many of you, they're not going to move forward. Some of you, I should say. They're not going to move forward with you because they keep feeling so scattered with their emotions regarding what all has occurred. Please do your chakra clearing. Remember that Archangel Jeremiah says the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. It's time for some healing, Capricorn, to retain your groundedness, your loyalty, and your stability, because you are completely in your heads here. Let's look up number 41, Mermaid in a Koi Pond. The time to rediscover your individuality. Time to become the dragon. Due to a time of camouflage, stasis, and dormancy, you have forgotten who you are. Now you have outgrown what once was a safe haven. That's why you're getting the Ace of Wands in reverse. It is time to move on, for you are stagnating in your current position and circumstances. There must be fresh water brought in, because there is no longer enough room for you to grow within. It is time to break free and to take the next challenge. Energy that you feel you lack at the moment will then flow to you. You have great courage within you, and you are much more than you seem to be at present. You must take a great journey upstream to find the place where you will prosper and flower and grow into dragonhood. You will be most prosperous, most successful, and most importantly, a great mentor when that climb has been undertaken. Begin it now. Capricorn, you have a decision to make. What are you going to do with that disconnect between soulmates? What are you going to do with all this stinking thinking you have going on? The Spirit says it was not your Four of Wands, and you've already been watching and you know that, and you know it's time to cut things out, but you're just hanging around, and that there's no new beginning in passion and what you thought was your Ten of Cups. Now, free will can and will change all outcomes of situations. So please take the time to hit the thumbs up button. Share this reading for others to hear the message. Leave a comment. Let me know if it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. It just means it wasn't your reading today. And don't forget to subscribe so that you receive notifications in the future of when readings are uploaded and available. And once again, Mermaid in a Koi Pond. Rediscover your individuality and become the dragon, Capricorn. It's time for you to no longer be stagnant. I will see you on Thursday with your weekend reading. Enjoy the full moon. Namaste.